Hi everyone, it's midnight here, and so I don't have a daylight. I hope you can see what I'm doing and that I have enough light. I am a little bit, this time is quite hectic, in between three holidays, and I had this morning some kind of a craft fair, so I'm trying to squeeze in some tutorial. And yesterday I just did this tag. I just had a piece of cardstock laying around, and I started working and made this tag, and I thought this could be a great tutorial about layering and making backgrounds with only stamps and ink pads. So I'm moving this aside here. I've just used a, a dark blue and black, but I'm going to try and do something more interesting. I've got here already some very large tags. I like them sometimes to work on this. This stamp layering can be done in any journal. It doesn't have to be a tag. I just find it sometimes when you're doing trying this stuff, it's easier to work on a smaller space, whatever. So just if you are interested, these are like 4 by 8 inches, and again, do whatever size you want or do in your art journals. And I took out a lot of ink pads and a lot of stamps here, and what I'm going to do is, first of all, I've got here a lot of different kind of stamps that I call either texture stamps or background stamps, because they have a lot of detail. Like this is like a page from a book, a lot of details, and they add and build backgrounds, and it doesn't really matter what you have. So I've got this like a book page, handwritten text. I've got meshes, just some circles, all kinds of stuff that can be used to build a background. So I'm just going to play with this, and after that, and we'll build the layers bit by bit. Now I love using this kind of text in the background, and if you don't have any kind of stamps like this, just use a book from a page, glue it to your tag and work on it. So you don't have to have this kind of stamp. So what I'm trying to do is start building, and I want to start from lighter to darker colors, and I've made took some ink pads and just played with the colors to make something interesting. And this is the first one that I want to use, and as you can see, these are brand names. This is Tim Holt Distress Ink Walnut Stain. This one is from Stamperia, and these two I bought in Prague. It just says Windflower, that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the lighter color, and I don't know how much you will see of it, but that's what I'm going to start with. And I'm just going to put on, and what will show, what won't. Again, this is just building something interesting in the background, hardly shown. I'm thinking I'll just move to this color, and again, it can be random, it can be I can take it just a page and block part of my tag like this, and then stamp. Now you can see it, and again putting down ink. It really doesn't matter. Everything is just moving here. Let's see. Let's just finish here and just a little bit here. Okay. So moving on to another, just picking another stamp. This one looks like a ledger, and I'm going to use this one in the hopes that it will be shown enough in the background. And you can do whatever you want and pick whatever colors you wish to see. And now I want to add something that will break this kind of blocks, and I'm going with some swirly, flowery, whatever kind of stamp. Again, this is just in the background, so just a little bit of this, and you can also overlap. And I'm thinking now I'm going to take more of this, or no, let's take this one, and just to have different thing in the background. I'm keeping the brown for the next layer. And let's see, what else do I want in my background. Let's pick this kind of stamp. I just want to add another color before I'm using the brown, and I don't know if I have something that will match. Let's see, maybe this color. The stamp is not clean, so I don't have a great color here, but again, this is just adding to the background, and I really don't care. Here we go. Lots and lots of interest in the background. So moving this aside for now. Now I want something that will be more prominent on my page, and let's see, more like a focal point. And I'm thinking, of course, some butterflies like I did in the other tag. So let's see, I've picked some, and here is an acrylic block. So now you can already see that this is more pronounced than the other colors that we have in the background. So I already have another layer to add, and now I'm going to take some makeup sponge and go all around my tag, just so everything will be framed and in the same colors. And I hope you can see all the details here. And I still want another layer. Of course I need to punch a hole and put an eyelet and ribbon, but right now I'm just working on my tag. Let's try to make it faster. I still want to make other tags and show you how to build the layers with only stamps. So I'm trying here. Okay, so we've got this, and now I want but I want the focal point. These butterflies are more prominent than what I have in the background, and now I want to add to it, and I'm going to just go over all the butterflies I've got and find something that will match this tag. And I think I have something that was sent to me in Happy Mail and will just fit in with the colors. Here it is, fall colors, and so I think this will be a great match here. It doesn't want to open. Okay, let's see. This is nice, but not enough. It needs more to be more pronounced, so I'm thinking I need to go over the edges here also. So I'm going to put it aside for now, and I'm going to do the edges also and then stick it here. But for now, let's leave it aside and move on to our next tag, so you can see what I'm talking about. And here it is, another tag, and I'm moving these colors that I've already used, and let's move on to this. I've got here Tim Holtz Distress Ink. I've got a picked raspberry, seedless preserves, and wilted violet. And again, I'm going to start with the lighter color in the background, and let's see what we can do here. Let's take something like that, some mesh, whatever, some grid, I don't know how to call it, very abstract, and I'm just going over like this. And again, and I think another one at least, just building a background. Yeah, and let's just use what I've got here, and this is quite an abstract kind of stamp. It really doesn't matter, use whatever you have, just use it repeatedly and your background will just build itself. something like that. Yes, you can see I also have white spaces that I can add whatever I want. If I want to change and make it more interesting, I can go and take another stamp, like something that has numbers, and again just go and add where I want. Quite jumble of things that you don't think that will go together and still can make a background. So finished with this. Now I'm going to move to my next layer, and I'm thinking something like this. This is from Stamperia, and moving on to my next. This is darker than the other one. I think I'll just remove it because I don't want the other stamps that go with it. And where is my acrylic block? I have got so much mess here. A lot of mess. Okay. Don't know if it has any direction, so I'm just going to stamp it. Here we go. So here is the second layer. Moving on. And just so you know, I haven't planned it. I don't know what my focal image will be. Don't really know. I'm just moving along and adding stuff and having fun. So let's see what kind of a stamp we are going to use now with the next layer. And I'm thinking, let's do a dragonfly instead of butterflies. So I have this dragonfly, and again, you don't have to have this stuff. Use whatever you have. Let's put this back, and here is my dragonfly, and we are moving on to the darker color, darker purple. And of course, it doesn't have to continue in the same family of colors. If you want it even more prominent, just take black and stamp away. This is up to you, the color combination. I don't really think too much right now about it. I'm just playing around. So here is the background. And now I need to find some focal point for this, or leave it be. You can also live with it as is. And I think I'm going to do the same thing I've done with the last tag. I'm going to take a makeup sponge and use the darker color to go over the edges like this. So again, this I'm going to do off camera later. And let's move on to the next tag. And here we go. Next tag. And we are having these colors right now. I've got here cracked pistachio, broken china, and pine needles. And let's see. Maybe I'll use this time. And I'm thinking let's alternate colors. I'm going to use these two. It's quite a large stamp, and it will be nice with the two colors. Let's see. With larger stamps, I rarely take them off the acetate. I just use them as is. And again, I'm using the two colors on my stamp. Don't really care. Let's see. Yeah. And since it looks a little bit like, I don't know, under the sea, maybe some shells, or maybe just stamping a little bit more of this. And yeah, I think just I'm gonna cover. Yeah, that's enough for me. And moving this aside, I want to pick some seashell stamps. Here we go. So it's just playing with stamps right now. And let's see. I hope this color will work nicely. If not, I will change to a darker color. Yeah. And again, this is just part of building an interesting background. And I think I'll use this one. Yeah. Let's see. I think another one is in order. Yeah. Moving this aside, I will go over the edges with the darker color again. So just one more left. And where is this? Here we go, moving this aside also. Not enough space anymore. I think I'll come back in a minute after I'll take away all the stamps that are here and all the ink pads. I don't have enough room to operate. I'll be back. I'm back with the last tag, and I've picked more stamps, and let's see. I'm going to start. This is from Stamperia, this ink pad, and I'm going to start by stamping. This is like a map stamp, and it's something I've picked up in Prague. And again, this is quite random. Just building some interest in the background. And now I think I'll move to this ink pad, and this is another one from Prague. This is quite a play, and just try your hand with several colors and all kinds of stamps, whatever speaks to you. Okay, what else? I think I will use a little bit of this again, and let's see, I want another color in the mix. Let's see. No, I will stay with what I have, and I think but I'm going to use this distress ink, and like this, changing again. Now I've got some compass here, and I'm going for this dark purple. I want to see it first. I'm not sure about it. Yeah, this is quite nice. Yeah, but it's not as strong as I would like it to be, so maybe I will pick just one more color of ink pad to add to the background. We'll see. As I said, this is playing totally and utterly playing around. And let's see, what else do I want? Okay, so I'm thinking I don't know what to use. Maybe I'll ink around the edges first, and I'm using again a wilted violet because it's a darker color, and I don't like this purple. Switching to, let's see, I've got nautical blue by Memento. More like it. Don't know why, but this is more to my liking here. Again, this is experimenting. I didn't know how it will take, so as you can see, I've switched between the two colors, and now I'm thinking, because I'm making the edges with this dark blue, I will use another stamp on the inside, so everything will be cohesive. Yeah, so now just let's see what kind of stamp do I want. Let's see, it needs to be something, let's do this one. I really wanted to print well. It almost, I don't know, this is the focal image, I think, for this tag. So here it is, yeah. and explore like this. So a little bit of glue. I've already continued with the other tags, and I will show you in a minute. Now where is my punch? And let's put an eyelet. And I still got a lot of mess here, so I can hardly find anything. Where did I put the eyelets? Here they are. Yeah, not really good, but I will live with it. And let's see. So here is the tag that we just finished. Let's move some of the things, and here is the one with all the sea theme, and I just took a part of a paper napkin just to add to the whole mix and glued it here, and put this begin an adventure. And this one, I found this sticker that I've glued here and never stop exploring. Here is the other one with the butterfly that I've inked around the edges, and I just put the words "See the world." So here are the 4 tags, and they just need a ribbon, and that's it. So this is a the tutorial about building a background with your stamps. I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.